Well, hey everybody, spiritual healer Kimberly here, and this is the introduction to the series that I'm starting today with you called The Magnificent Journey of the Unicorn Queen and the Two Kings. And it's my real life story. The reason why I'm telling you this story is so that actually it's twofold. First, to understand what happens in our community, what's really going on around our communities. My story is tragic and, a trigger warning, honestly, for those who are sensitive to topics like SA and, physical, emotional, and mental abuses. But in any case, the story needs to be told so we understand exactly what's going on. And, you know, my validation of its existence, because one of the things that we learn as we heal is that we can begin to see truth. And when we can begin to see truth, we begin to see a lot of things. And unfortunately, all of those things aren't always great. And the depths of things that are not so great have been hidden from us for a very, very long time. I am a victim, or a previous victim, of just that. They're literally crimes against humanity. And it's important that we understand what we're really dealing with here. The seriousness of our situation is indicated through the experiences that I've had. And I must tell it. And that's the first reason I want to tell it. The second reason I'd like to tell it is because, honestly, I'm still ensnared in it. It has not come to an end. And I have not been able to get any help whatsoever at all. And because of that, I've decided that the best way for me to get my own justice in this situation is to share my story with you. So, let's get into it just a little bit, why don't we? This story is about a little girl who grew up S8 every day of her life between the ages of 3 and 9. And if you do the math, that's over 3,000 times. And all through my life, I was a Cinderella, literally. And then, escaped through marriage and became the black sheep. And all of my life, I was faced with cyclical patterns. Cyclical patterns of, sexual nature and what love is. I've been through, always feeling like I was the one that was wrong because all of these things were going on in my life, and I sought to improve myself. In fact, in 2014, in February of 2014, I went outside and went into our detached garage, clicked on the heater, and sat there and asked Dad. I said, Dad, could you please show me how to do me? Because apparently I don't know how to do it right. That was a pretty monumental decision of my life. And it's gotten me to the point where I see truth and I can bring you information so that together we can overcome the problems that we have in our world. In any case, I would like to get detailed with you and give you the background to what I know as I experienced it. I would like to shed light on every instance of what goes on behind closed doors, because there's a lot, and it's rampant. It's just not exclusive to my own community. And I am a whistleblower, and I seek to overcome these issues for myself, which will consequently help our community. So that's where I am at right now. In fact, I'm living in a car right now. Never dreamt I'd be here in a million years. And somehow, some way, I'm getting the opportunity to get my story out and my spiritual healing therapy program that I offer. It's beautiful, it's holistic, and it deals with, spirituality and how that affects our personal energy vibration. And I teach you how to understand spirituality, a little better, help guide you down the path to your own connectedness with the Most High Creator, and help you utilize your energy increase to your advantage. And then healing of things that are blockages and painful situations are cleared naturally. Not just because, time heals all wounds. No, that's not what I'm suggesting. And I'm not suggesting that we stuff it in a box either. But, through our increased understanding and our successfulness of understanding how to utilize our energy correctly, then healing becomes something completely different than what we know of now. Anyway, I'm so excited to finally share my story with everyone. And I hope it sheds light on everything that needs to be shed concerning my own situation as well, and the situation that we the people find ourselves in now. As simultaneously I am also doing a 4-week condensed healing program, which helps us see truth. Okay? I am offering that for free to anyone who wants to watch it. Anyone who wants to participate as a supporter on my platform, clubgig.locals.com, I am making this story available to you for no additional cost other than the supporter fee. My intention is to provide this story for the next 4 weeks, 2 times a week, on Mondays and on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. And I will continue until my personal story has been completed, has been overcome, and the cycle closed. So if it exceeds a 4-week time frame, I will keep going until its end. Because this story of mine, you'll find, because it's in everyone else's community too, we're all going to be wanting to know and see very clearly how this is handled by our government system. Because it's not good right now. It needs reform, and it's got a high level of corruption going on. This story I'm telling is going to tell us everything about all of the parties that we need to make a decision about. Understood? So, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. In addition to the essay and the physical, emotional, and mental abuses, I also had a premature child at 26 weeks who only survived for 6 weeks. I had a brush with cancer, and I've been dealing with alcoholics my whole life. I am not an alcoholic myself, but I have been dealing with alcoholics all of my whole life. So what I decided to do was to break my own life story, my backstory, down into 7 segments that will begin on Wednesday at 8 p.m. And along with that, on each episode, I will provide, an up-to-date if anything's happened, and give you, an idea of what's happening right now. So, for the next 7 episodes, we will be talking backstory and current. And if it's necessary that we continue past those 7 episodes, then it will be all, in live and color. You know what I mean? It'll be just live updates about what's happening each step of the way. So, anyway, I hope that you jump on over to clubgig.locals.com. From my car, I can't make any updates, so it is what it is. But what it is a platform where people who believe like I do, that, we really are children of the Most High Creator, and we deserve something better. But before we can make the determination on what better is, we need to be able to understand the truth of what we live. Only then can we make the wise decisions that we need to make for ourselves and our families and our communities, our country, and ultimately the whole world, quite literally. And all we're really doing is learning how to be the best that we can be, the absolute best that we could be. Through my story, we'll learn how to overcome it emotionally. And you'll find hope, I think, in that. And we will also be simultaneously learning about what's going on. And the combination of those two will help us get over it and through it to correction and proper growth. It's so important. But I really do hope to see you over there. What we're doing daily is 3 times a day right now for the next 4 weeks. It started today. And every day we address a different chakra of the basic 7 chakras. We start in the morning at 8 o'clock with the morning focus, and then at 2 o'clock with a real quick midday motivation, and then we end at 9 with a nighttime meditation. And we're just focusing on truth, on being the best that we can be, so that we can see the truth we need to see, so that we can understand what we're dealing with and find creative solutions together in peace and in unity that enable us to make these corrections and grow from them together in love. So please join me, and I look forward to beginning this series on this Wednesday. That would be October 9th at 8 p.m. on clubgig.locals.com.